something he could strengthen. We're not saying that Alzarri Joseph is a man of mean pace. He's a man of serious pace. So he has had batsmen finging. You remember Joe Root. You remember the best of Steve Smith. You know, the best of them in the world. So we just want to make that point. Here is Brent Joseph. Lazily hangs the bat out at that. That one goes through the first over. Liberta needing 223 for victory from 35 overs. 5 for 1. Kofi James losing his wicket, hitting out in the deep. And Alzarri Joseph, you can't stop this man. It's a man who has taken on everything on his own. And he has really gotten the Blackhawks on the ropes.
New Winchups very much in the ascendancy here. Seth already taking a wicket in the first over. Looking to take further wickets from here on in to get them over the line. As we see a light drizzle over the ground.
All that. And I think, as you have been saying, clear minds. I don't think Kofi James came out with a clear mind. You and I were speaking, and you were saying even 7 runs per over with the widely spread field, you can work it around and you can get runs. He got 2 wides in the over, he got 2 runs in the over, but he wanted to hit a 6 straight up. Down the leg side, dropped by the keeper. He came across, he was diving for all it worth, Bartlett Henry. And the single taken, so
chance put down by BJ Henry behind the stumps. You would want to hold those chances because you just never know. Momentum is a very, very funny thing.
That's right.
And those are the half chances that you would want to turn into chances. And I must say BJ has been having a fairly good season from what I've seen for the games that I've done with him. He has been having a fairly good season behind the stumps. So he just got to put that behind him and go again.
So the ploy may be to bowl short to Michael Graves, but this time is into the short cover region. But the point that I want to make, we were talking, and you have to be very clear of what you want to achieve. You could have seen the gaps in the field. You can get runs. Kofi James runs well between the wickets.
So many easy singles all around.
It didn't have to be a 6 at that time.
Just one person.
So you need a clear mind. Alzarri Joseph wide outside the off stump continually, and then you lower yourself into a huge drive. You didn't get the 6, you get out. So you got to set the stage. Driven, no. Outside the off stump, there was Peter celebrating and appealing. The umpire indicating, no, it's not even close. But Brent Joseph, he needs to get his feet to the pitch of the delivery. Line of the delivery and then hit the ball. But I think he's getting carried away with those outside the off stump. So
I certainly don't think the approach needs to be guns blazing, in all honesty. There's so many gaps in the field that you have to exploit the spaces in the field and keep the scoreboard ticking over. As we see Peters running in.
Field spread, you have the opportunity of getting the runs. Yeah, the boundaries would come. Peters to Grace. Oh, that was, that should have been a wide. Pound into the pitch. The batsman cannot reach that.
And he's calling for a wide.
Yep. I think sometimes, I love and respect the umpire, but I think sometimes there's a misinterpretation of that one over the head. Particularly, when it's lateral somehow, they may say I can't measure it. But once it's out of the reach of the batsman, it may be. Oh, here is Graves trying to get smart on that one. Missed it completely at the end of, is it the second over? It is 7 for 1. Denmore Roberts will join Joari Edwards to continue the action here.
As we see the New Winchups team basically take their time moving around in the field. Things have gone in their favor thus far. twice they have gotten out of precarious situations off of the back of some very good cricket by Alzarri Joseph. And
I'm of the opinion that right now the Blackhawks do not understand the mission. The players were out there, and I spoke to that before. Players understand, because with a spread field, all of a sudden, when you start to get twos, you get the same six, and all of a sudden, you could have panic from the other team's captain. Everybody just trying to try and smash the ball outside of the park. It's not going to be. The ball that Brent hit down to that man at deep point, he gets one. If he drops it into the offside field, he gets two. And again, these are the kind of things that you have to think. Even though I feel that the game has gone spent, I believe Pickett's, New Inchops Lions, they're going to be the champions of the two-day competition. I also still want to see players demonstrating that they understand what cricket is, what is going on with the cricket, and not just losing their heads because they think they're in a difficult situation. This is Alzarri Joseph in delivery outside line of the off stump again. Brent Joseph is flaring at it, not making contact. Good pace, good carry through by Alzarri Joseph. Looks a little bit tentative though in this time around, and I am wondering.
Probably is a bit tired.
I'm wondering out loud if with the number of bowlers we haven't seen the captain for the game
for the season
bowl. I don't know if he's injured. He hasn't
bowled much overs for the season.
And so I'm wondering if at this stage of this lateness, if we do need Alzarri Joseph to be exerting himself like this. Outside the line of the off stump, Brent Joseph again just leaving that one into the gloves of the wicket keeper, Henry, and there is
probably would have had that conversation with Alzarri as to how he feels in the situation, and Alzarri probably said he wanted to bowl. So I guess the captain would give him the opportunity to go and get in some overs on his belt and get the New Inchops team. I
don't like at least the way that he's walking back to his mark. It looks as if he's either making sure that the time goes by, or he's not at all as fully comfortable as he wants to be. Here is Joseph in to bowl to another Joseph, Brent Joseph, who's trying to pull a short delivery, doesn't make contact into the gloves of the wicket keeper, and there is no run.
Definitely, then more. I think that's a cause for concern. I'm not sure if it's, as you said, a ploy to slowly take time out of the game, because I think the over rate will be irrelevant right now. It's more or less.
Would be relevant at this stage, playing for time, I would think. So there is no need for New Inchops to rush. But I am more concerned about the overall fitness of Alzarri Joseph, and just making sure that he understands that he's coming back from injury. And if there is any little thing that's bothering him, he needs to take that into consideration and probably not bowl at this stage, because there is really, I don't think, need for him to bowl at this stage where you have so many others. You have Penny Feather who can do the same type of medium pace bowling, and you have the Jedediah Martin, and you have the skipper Nina Henry. We haven't seen. You have the spinners to come. So I think that there is more than enough bowling for New Inchops Lions, and maybe just me, but
I don't think so. I think you're spot on with what you're saying. It's about using all the resources available. And
here is Joseph in and bowled into Brent Joseph, who is back and trying to pull this one. We'll get a single out to the mid-on region, just one.
As I said, it's all about using all of your available resources and making sure that you spread the load, the bowling load around, the players that are on the field.
So a quiet over from Alzarri Joseph, and again, still even after he has finished, just the way that he's walking on the field looks a little bit stiff to me, especially stiff around the waist, the back area, not moving as freely as I would expect him or want him to be. But he's still there. He's still battling for his team. There's still a spread field. And so I think that we'll see what the approach is by the Liberta Blackhawks player in Brent Joseph. If I was Brent Joseph, I know that it's literally almost impossible for us to win. I would look to try and see how long I can bat this afternoon and get in some practice for myself rather than get out. Here is he hitting one in the air down to the third man region, and he's out, caught. Like I just said, missing the plot completely is Brent Joseph not understanding. And who do you blame for this? Is it the message that was given to these players? Because I am seeing some headless batting from the Liberta Blackhawks players. I didn't see how Kofi James got out, but now that I've seen Brent Joseph, the way that he has gotten out, not very good cricket by the Liberta Blackhawks. And we must say that throughout this entire match, I think that they have gotten the plot very wrong.
I think, honestly, the intent needs to be there for them to look to score. But as I said earlier, it can't be all boundaries, because 7 runs or over is very easy to get with
spread field. You have that literally almost everybody on the boundary.
Yeah.
And you're finding those guys on the boundary with balls being hit in the air. When if you just play normal, drop it in the outfield, run twos, it's a young person. Brent is 21. So it's not an old person that can't get around. He's not overweight or anything. He's a young person that is fit. Drop it and run. But again, all will be a learning process for these guys.
As the skipper comes to the crease, and I would expect a bit more running from the two batters at the crease.
Well, let's see if the skipper has a different mentality, because
everybody's
he too
on the boundary now.
He too has not had a good game in the sense of the way that he has batted. Was set up in the first innings by Alzari Joseph. Let's see how he approaches this one. Here is he getting a delivery outside the line of the off stump. Doesn't offer a stroke. The ball is into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. But let me tell the folks, everyone is on the boundary. You have a deep third man, deep point, deep cover, deep extra cover, man at long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square, and a man at fine leg. Every single fielder is on the bound except the wicketkeeper and the bowler. So anywhere you drop it on the front of the pitch away from the bowler, you get runs. Here is a delivery wide of the off stump, and again, just the way that goes through the bat at that one tells me that he has come out with the same mentality. He has come out, so the message is coming from the dressing room. It is not Brent Joseph acting outside of character. It seems to be the message from the Liberta Blackhawks. They've completely lost the plot. Let's watch and see how Gore approaches this one. Here is in, and he's pulling at a short delivery that flashes past his helmet into the gloves of wicketkeeper Henry, and there's no run. Again, an aggressive stroke with everyone on the boundary.
I must say then more, this is not a situation that the Liberta team often finds themselves in. Normally they're on the front foot, they're playing from in front, and to see them under this pressure, it's almost as if they're playing out of character.
Yeah, they probably have never been under this pressure, so they don't know what to do. Here is Gore, gets one that he is playing it into his pads and dropping it on the offside, and finally gets a run, gets off the off strike.
Still would like to see them rotate the strike a bit more, because that would force the New Inchops captain to make an adjustment in the field and bring a couple more fielders
closer, inside the 30-yard circle. Everyone
open up gaps in certain parts of the field.
We see one of the player off the boundary, the man who was on deep cover boundary, coming into a short extra cover, and that man who was at deep extra cover just taking a couple of paces round to his left. And here is this delivery played away into the offside field just for a single again. Struck much too hard, so he traveled quickly out to that man on the boundary, and just a single to Michael Graves. And then our over at the end of it, the total is on to 10 for 2. The Liberta Blackhawks in their second innings. They need 223 for victory, but that's academic in my mind. Maybe I am wrong, but I think that it's academic at this stage, because I think that's a lot. That's heavy lifting.
Yes, I certainly think so as well. Then more, I think they're basically going through the motion. I guess some players and some spectators have already accepted the fact that the New Winchops team will be
and New Winchops will be deserved winners, because I think that on the 2 days they have played the more consistent cricket. They've played the better cricket for longer periods. Here is Gore getting a short delivery, and his Graves that he was just ducking out of the way and still getting enough bat onto that one that he was able to get it between the man at deep square leg and fine leg and into the boundary for 4. So not the most pretty shot that you would ever see, or the prettiest shot they'd ever see. Most convincing, but he got 4 on that occasion.
Certainly was an effective shot by Michael Graves in the situation. As you said, he was ducking and pulling at the same time, and he managed to get it in the gap between deep backward square and deep fine leg.
Azari Joseph is going to continue. Here is he in, and Michael Graves is again looking a little bit uncomfortable when he's playing that shot, but he was able to get it into the square leg region, and he gets a single.
Joseph is telling him to watch the ball.
Yep, because he's not looking, not literally not getting in line, not looking to get, just looking a little bit out of sorts with those short deliveries.
I think Coach Abdiel Hughes must be feeling good within himself as
Should
well.
be feeling good within himself. I would be feeling good within myself.
To come to being a former coach of Liberta and coming to Liberta and doing the inevitable, because I don't think a lot of people realistically gave New Winchops a chance to win this game.
Certainly. And here is another ball that is played away into the offside field, just knocked down by Go. Doesn't go too far from the pitch, so they can't score.
Right.
much of him this season, but he looks an improved bowler. He got the opportunity with the CCC, and I think he's around the Antigua and Leeward Islands setup.
For the Leeward Islands as well too.
Yes, here is Kareem Ago pulling one into the onside field. They're gonna rush back for. For him, so he wasn't a streaker by any stretch of the imagination. He was fully clothed and decided to have a run at it onto the field of play.
As we see, Mama Piers out of the shadows.
That's actually his cousin that appears.
I thought that was Mom.
That's just the Joseph's daughter that appeared there just now. Oh, the mom, yes, the mom has appeared from under the shadows just to make sure that he's okay. They always have to keep an eye on him.
I hope he doesn't get a few
here
hits
is
now.
Kareem Ago hitting one over the mid-wicket region, picks up a 6. He's still trying to have a go, trying to clear the boundary. But I would love to see him mix that aggression and put away those bad balls, but also the good ones, still just try to push it into the vast acres of land in the outfield and play sensible innings for his team. 30 for 2 is the total we've had. We're in the 6th over. Delivery outside the line of the off stump again. Goes trying for an expansive shot. The ball going past the edge of the bat into the gloves of Henry behind the stumps. And there is no run. Brings up the end of over number 6. At the end of it, the score has remained on 30 for 2. Kofi James made the 2, caught Nina Henry off Alzari Joseph. And then Brent Joseph caught Cameron Pennyfeather of Ishmael Peters for 2 as well. Michael Graves is not out on 14 and Kareem Ago not out on 10. 30 for 2 the total.
As we see, Alzari Joseph comes back into the attack for what would be his 4th over.
4th is
yes.
His 3rd over.
Third?
Is it his 3rd or his 4th? 4th over,
4th
correct.
Over.
Yes, his 4th over.
Long conversation between him and the skipper, Nino Henry, as to what exactly the plans are going to be for this over.
We see one man has come into a shorter position at regular extra cover position at about 30 yards away from the bat, maybe a little shorter, and is the only near-in fielder other than the wicket keeper. And Graves play this one into the offside field, and they rush back for 2.
Good running. Good running by the Liberta batters. Seem to be trying to get a move on here.
I think that's what they have to do. Just continue to not lose wickets. Just milk it, understand the situation, chip away at it.
I'm certainly keeping my eye on the run rate because it was 30 for 2 off 6 overs, and that's just about 5 and over.
Just about 5 and over.
So a couple good overs down the road may set them back on course. We just got to wait and see.
They just need to keep wickets in hand. He's getting a single. Is
Michael Graves.
Graves, again, just turning the bat, and that one probably taking the leading edge and going into the offside field. Alzarri Joseph having some words with him again. And he's had a lot of words with Michael Graves, so Michael Graves is definitely going to have Alzarri Joseph's voice in his sleep when he's probably having some nightmares about this game. He's going to hear the voice of Alzarri Joseph, and you know that the legend is going to be, a lot of folks are going to tell him in the future what Alzarri would have said to him. He's going to have to defend himself. Here is Kareem Agor getting a slower delivery and just hitting it hard out into the deep point position, just a single.
I don't think Michael Graves should be too bothered by the experience or the running he has had with Alzarri Joseph. Alzarri Joseph is an internationally acclaimed player, would have played in IPL.
Of course, played all around the world, number of tests and ODIs.
It can only fare off well for Michael in the end. He just needs to take as much as he can take from the situation and take it forward into his cricket career.
Certainly, somebody that I think has a bright future in terms of cricket. He wants to play cricket. He too just has to probably fix a couple of things. This is wide delivery by Alzarri Joseph, the wicket keeper having to just lunge at it to his right, stopped it effectively. They're able to come through for just a run. So 2 more to the total, 1 for the wide and the additional run. .36 for 2 in over number 7. Here is Joseph into Gore, and Gore gets another delivery that is keeping low, not taken by the wicket keeper. Allow Ghost to get off strike. Alzarri Joseph still in beast mode. He's complaining to the wicket keeper that he needs him to tidy up those deliveries and not to get complacent.
Yeah, that's just the standard of the young man, and you have to just look on as a spectator and as a commentator as well, and appreciate the fact that he wears his heart on his sleeve.
There are a lot of folks that think that is. I remember that a lot of folks across the region that felt that was a negative. They felt that he was a little bit too competitive or a little bit too angry, but always good when you stay up with the game with intensity. Easy bowling one that is badly lined, is lying down the leg side, not making any contact, is the player there.
Certainly a young man that has set high standards for himself, and he expects those high standards to also be set by his teammates as well, so he's going to ask a lot of them in every situation to bring their best.
Remember when he had that one little situation where he left the field in an apparent little burst of anger? There were lots of folks across the region and world that were quick and ready to crucify him. But we understand the nature and the way that the intensity that he plays his game. He is a delivery wide outside the line of the off stump. Flaring the bat at it is Michael Graves into the gloves of wicketkeeper Bartlett Henry, and brings up the end of Alzarri Joseph's 4th over. At the end of it, the Liberty Blackhawks, they've moved on to 37 for 2 at the end of 7 overs. So,
and to be fair to him in that situation as well, then more, because I asked him about the situation, and what he said to me, it was pretty legit. It wasn't a burst of anger. He basically said what he said to the umpires. I will not repeat what he said, and I guess the viewing public took it the wrong way. So I think we should just move on from that.
Yeah, I have moved on a long time, but I'm just saying that the Caribbean people were quick,
and that is because it's the nature of the player.
Yeah,
they were quick to jump to
conclusion
and not know the full situation. As we see, Peters is into bowl to Kareem Agor, who is slashing this to backward point, and he is
out caught. Again, not understanding the role or what? All the fielders are on the boundary, and you get a delivery that is pitched up to you, and you slash it to a man that is on a deep boundary. Man didn't even have to move to catch you out. And again, I think that for this game, we can say that Kareem Maguire would have lost the plot completely. Not the best game he would have ever had in his career as a leader for this team. Don't think that he read the game correctly throughout the entire contest, and he's walking back to the pavilion. Looks disappointed with himself, and I don't know why, because the trap was set. I wouldn't even say trap. It was there, and you just fell by not understanding what you needed to do.
There were certainly some parts of the game that I can agree with you, Denmo, that he lost the plot. A particular point in time, they were in the field, and we were wondering, why is he setting this field when clearly he needs to go in a different direction. So as I said, he's a fairly young man as well. So
he has a lot to learn. He will learn.
Learning experience, and you would hope that these players are basically learning along the way. As we see, Elroy Francis makes his way to a devil's advocate here, just having a go.
Of course, standing there, and
I think Elroy Francis had a go at
everybody.
A couple of players from the new Winchops camp, so it's only fair that he gets his fair share back.
And the field remains spread. For those who are wondering what we're talking about, there's a third man, deep point on the boundary, deep cover on the boundary, extra cover is deep on the boundary, long off and long on, they're deep. There's a man at deep mid-wicket, deep square leg and a long leg on the boundary. Only person close to the bat is the wicket keeper and the bowler. Here is the bowler in, a delivery that is kept low, and just from that first shot that Elroy Francis has played, he has come out with the same concept. Nothing different.
Listen,
37 for 3, is it? Yes?
Yes, I was just going to say Denmore. I don't even know what to say, in all honesty, because I think that it can't be a one approach in this situation. And I think we have spoken about that quite a number of times, and all of the players still.
He's chopping one, gets it down to third man. Doesn't cricket over the 2 days. Beside what would be a man of the match, easy man of the match, Alzari Joseph.
Sure.
97 in the first innings, 8 for 24 with the ball, then 61 and 2 wickets in the second innings, making his match haul 10 wickets in the match. And I didn't calculate his full score between 61 and 94. 4 and 1 is 5. That's
158.
158. And 158. And I'm telling you, a good performance by him and the Liberta Blackhawks, after probably trying to have a go at it, conceded. They are 61 for 4 after 10 overs. And with 25 overs to go in the day's play and time running out, it's now just about 6 minutes to 4 p.m. They've decided, and the New Winchops Lions will to be a motorcade heading towards New Winchops this evening, as they deserve to go home the champions.
I also want to say congratulations to them. I think they certainly were the better team over the course of 2 days. Yes, they found themselves in some very sticky situations, but the experience of Alzari Joseph came to the fore, and they basically came out victorious in the end. All is not lost for Liberta. There's still 2 more competitions.
Certainly not.
In the ABCA calendar, so they can very much bounce back in the upcoming 40
in the upcoming T20 and also in the Super 40 competition. There is still hope, but it's good when we can see all these fans out for New Winchops, and I'm hoping that the Blackhawks fans would also come out, and that all the other teams that have played in the ABCA 2-day competition would also get the community back out to watch the cricket. So let me just bring you up to date as we look to close the broadcast. CMW New Winchops Lions 183 all out and 185 all out. PIC Insurance Liberta Blackhawks 146 all out and 61 for 4 game drawn. CMW New Winchops Lions, they are the champions here today. The game drawn, and of course the CMW New Winchops Lions goes away as the ABCA 2-day champions for 2026. On behalf of Seth Burton, of course Joari Edwards, Anthony Iroots Martin, and of course our producer, who is Wayne Marriott. We also had some camera work by Terry Andrew. And of course our scorers, we had Christine Mills and Clarice Willock. And we really thank them because they kept us sounding good throughout. And we want to say to all of you who have been listening to us over the last 2 days, we hope that we get the opportunity at some other point of the season to bring you more local cricket. On behalf of all of us here, Denmore Roberts saying have a great evening. And again, congratulations to CMW New Winchops Lions, who are the 2-day champions for 2026. Commiserations as well to the Liberta Blackhawks, who played an important part in the game. And we will see you again next time. Until then, it's goodbye from Ball Beef.